Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 23. It is day 4. It is Thursday, June 8th, 2017. Hey guys, as always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan. And always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi traders. Thursday, Super Thursday. Price action on the indices. Volatility already at hand as ex-Fed Director Comey testifies today. Even in a prepared statement, gave ourselves a little bit of run in the market today. All right, let's get right into the charts as we see them each day, see where those opportunities were today, what could have been done different, what could have been done the same, or just sticking to your trading plan. All right, as far as the indices concerned, divergent this morning, as also markets contract rollover spread, as we can see here in the volume on the ES June contract. It's still the majority of the volume there, and the building up of the September contract spread. As we roll into tomorrow, recommend that you either stay on the June contract or no problem rolling over to the September, but at least for today, Thursday, remaining where the volume was today. Charts looked pretty much the same. Anyway, divergent though, the NQ opening up with NQ up and eventually indices dropping down all across the board, and afternoon session really just couldn't make up their minds, trying to get something going and pulling back all the way down and back right up to almost just pretty much the flat session, as NQ, ES, and YM pretty much closed within their open zone. So VIX closing out still in the low 10s, actually pulling back today, as not really much besides ECB announcements and Comey testimony, which was already prepared. And upcoming UK vote leaves the next 24 hours still a little bit volatile over there. Overseas, so Globex divergent momentum was NQ up, ESYM down over the overnight session, as we just got into volatility. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the market internals. We'll take a look at the overall charts. Here we are in the September contract. Again, volume profile pretty much look the same, single prints above 70% of today's range. So we'll go ahead and update this as we roll into tomorrow. But healthy profile on all sides. Market just consolidating. That's where we are. Daily gaps across the board. Actually, interesting enough, go ahead and add that to our list here. YM and NQ making new all-time highs again, as we could see long candles. So YM, and there's that divergence too. But again, this is June contract here. You can see price action lifts, makes a new all-time high, and pulls back down. Doesn't close near, but NQ, on the other hand, does the opposite, closes near its opening price. But 58.95.25 futures new all-time high on the NQ. Keep in mind, those all-time highs can be great, but we still have open gaps below. The drop becomes pretty severe as we push higher. So keep those in mind as I mention them each week. AD lines, not much to speak of, really flat across the board. After my price action got that move downside at the beginning of the session, had a little bit of a lift, but again, a lot of chop in the mid section. All right, let's take a look at the charts on the full session. There it is, ES across the board. Price action again. Where were those opportunities today? Well, not too bad on the ES. 5-4 Flex Renko, which is usually the chart I follow. Again, looking for the highest probability setup. What you're looking for is price action underneath or above the cloud, in sync with the 534 and the 5144. Anything less carries a higher risk, and throw in a moving average crossover, and you got yourself an additional momentum indicator. All right, so right there, ES out of the open. Moving average crossover a little bit delayed. Again, not the highest probability setup, so you let it go. Next setup, much better on the ES downside. Not only do we have a moving average crossover, but we have the solid Heikin-Ashi bars downside, and the 51.44 and the 5.34 in sync. Again, a little bit delayed. It took maybe 3 or 4 bars to get that one going, but ES, nice move. Here, price action lifts again. Stay out. Only looking for the highest probability setup. So that puts you 2 setups in the AM session. Call it a day. If not, you stuck around. Price action lifted up, pull back, and there it is. Next high probability setups on the ES. Price action pulls down, let it go. It's not a high probability setup until the pullback, moving average crossover, and the downside. So count them up. Is it worth waiting? Patience and discipline. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the ES. That sure could put some ticks in your pocket if you're an ES trader. Some long tails there, I get it. Sometimes trade management might have taken you up. At least the highest probability setup give you the opportunity to remain in the trend. All right, there's your ESNQ. Similar picture, but a lot of choppy. We'll go ahead and show you this on the higher time frame here in a moment. But price action, you can see a lot of chop, deep pullbacks on the NQ, very volatile. Went ahead and shaded those highest probability setup areas. Again, we had another one here. Forgot to shade that in. But again, across the board, some of these drives a little late. Your AM session, not bad. Yep, you could have taken the entry out of the cloud here and just remained downside and called it a day on the NQ as price action rebounded 50% MML. Here we can see the MML again pulled back to the 50% area and then back down. So nice NQ MML here, also adjunct on the smaller time frames as we saw price action in the AM session come right off the MML lows 50% and then back up. Nice timing here in the PM session as price action rebounded. Again, not taking out the original stop if your entry was down here at the lows 58.59.50. But here on the 1 minute chart, there it is. Tie it in together. Price action lifts off the 1 minute chart all the way up to the MML high. So a nice adjunct to your charts if trading off the trend, also using the MMLs. All right, so NQ, again, shaded areas indicating the higher probability setups. Again, didn't make it easy, but if you went with the highest probability setups, some long tails might have taken you out. You might have indicated at some point to yourselves, just remain in the trend by either taking the scalp entry and getting in and out, or giving it the opportunity for one contract off and then one runner. Some of them worked out, some of them didn't today. It was a tough session on the NQ. All right, YM on the other hand, much smoother here. Price action lifts. Highest probability setup, though, to the downside. A little bit. Didn't get you much there. Next highest probability setup was in the PM session upside, and then YM trailing down in the PM session downside. Again, throwing a little bit of testimony, whether that really played itself out. It was bond yields across the board, could have been played in market, but all in all, markets make all-time highs, so nothing really coming crashing down. All right, there's a significant charts. Didn't take much on the pictures today. Just kind of watch the testimony played out here. Let me jump to the NQ for a moment. I want to go ahead and show you the difference between watching the market on the lower time frame versus the higher time frame. Here we are at a 10.7. Now notice what happens when I go from the 10.7 to the 15 tick, which was a higher time frame chart. Go ahead and remove the shading there, and all of a sudden you get more of a controllable market versus the smaller. So that was one indicator to get out all that noise that you saw in the lower time frame chart. Again, first indicator here, you could have jumped in with the 534 in sync, moving average crossover. Now you got yourself a nice move down. So gives you the trend to the downside to pull yourself all the way down here. MML lows, as we saw here on the chart. MML lows right there, 58.59.50. All right, so you got your level down here, 58.59.50. And but higher probability setup was here, 1, 2, and 3. And the nice thing here is that on a 15 tick chart, even your entry, you weren't stopped out at the swing position, which would have been an opportunity for you to move your stop down if you elected to play it out that way. Otherwise, using this lower time frame chart, you had more entries, but longer tails didn't keep you in too long. Again, PM session, a couple of opportunities downside. Again, deep pullback, didn't allow for anything to remain in the trend. And then finally, Last part, NQ got a little nice rally there towards the end on the NQ. All right, so let's go back to the ES price action. Where are we at? MMLs, bigger time frame. Again, still consolidation as we roll in even into the new contracts. Zone high up here from 37.50 up to 45.25 as we touch the tops here. Watch that 10 EMA. Look for that support. First open gap downside 23.15.75, including, let me point out on the daily, that's right, keep that in mind as the 10 EMA is here. We lose support. Watch that 50 for the first line, and then all the way down to 43.75 would be our first key level to watch on the daily chart. All right, so keep that in mind. As price action still hovering around that T340, regardless, somewhere around that T340.50 is where price action still holding up, but struggling up here as price action really didn't get any traction today. All right, taking a look at the NQ leading into tomorrow. Let's take a look at that MML zone high up here and our zone low. Let's go ahead. We had a reset here today. Price action again, still small time frame. First open gap looking down to 58.23. That would be the resistance on the daily. Watch for that. Zone low tomorrow, including the 10 EMA. Anything higher, look up to 59.13 as price action rebounded. Ducked below the T100 and T34, but gained some traction here at the end. A lot of volatility all around. Perhaps might settle into tomorrow's session. Watch that Globex. But there's your levels for tomorrow and downside. YM on the other hand, made a move downside, and then a little bit of traction back upside to close above the T34. Volatile all around. Zone high upside. Look for 21250. Up to 328 would be the super move for tomorrow. Watch the support at the 10-period moving average. As if we break that, look for the zone low all the way down to 21.035. As far as the other charts are concerned, again, crude, nice early morning move. That was about it. Afternoon session really didn't get anything going. Nothing much to speak of on gold in the PM session, but nice early morning move together with the rest of the indices downside. That's what you're talking about. Not all charts have it every day, but if you're looking for it and you're watching it and multiple markets, there was the move. Price action moving average crossover, again, indicating today each and every day where those entries were, right? Solid Heikin-Ashi bar, tails down, all three charts in sync, and you have yourself in trend to the downside. As you can see, what happened here, that's right, swing size stop, didn't come anywhere near that entry. Opportunity to move back down in the trend and then bring your stop from up here all the way to the swing size stop. Price action lifts. You might have waited till it came all the way back here, or wait for it to cross both moving averages at this point. Perhaps you're watching that MML and you simply bail out of the trade. 6J again, a couple of pockets of move of trend, early morning session and towards the latter part of the session. Nice move on the 6J here. Tempted to get a little bit of a move here, but long tails and didn't get very far. 6C, a lot of volatility here, but Globex session didn't do much either. A lot of chopped, almost looked like the NQ. All right, Jedi traders, moving into tomorrow's session. Economic calendar, there it is. Not much to speak of, as remember, contracts rolling over, so switch to that September contract or stay on the June, but volume will be split as we roll into Monday's session. Will be much better. Again, UK vote tonight. Watch the Brazil outcome as well. Troubles in South America surely having an effect on the Globex situation, and any follow-up and follow-through on the Comey testimony, which by any means is surely not closed up, zipped up, and put away. All right, Jedi traders, that's it. Volatility day on the indices. That concludes an insight into the daily trend and key technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets that we watch here every day. Feel free to stop by at Trading Fibs or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra is one simple strategy: any chart, any time frame, any market will keep you disciplined. You can find me, that's right, every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, or any of my other social media markets, including Stock Twits, where I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your buys at the door when trading. By no means an easy day today, guys. However, if you're interested in seeing the live charts as they happen each day in our community of like-minded traders, feel free to email me, david@tradingfibs.com. You can join us on any Thursday or Friday combo to view the live charts setups as they happen in the trading room. Hey guys, we're headed towards FOMC meeting next week with the minutes, the announcements, post and summertime trading coming up. So that leaves the afternoon sessions kind of quiet. We start here early in the mornings and we do go all day, but hopefully you get those setups by the 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Also, a shout out for those of you that want to participate. I believe tomorrow is the last day to sign up for the live trading challenge here through Infinity Futures, co-sponsored with CME. Check it out, livetradingchallenge.com, including, that's right, my Infinity Futures webinar that I posted for the live futures trading webinar, the challenge, the live futures trading challenge. I did a 3-part series webinar, which is hosted at the YouTube channel for Infinity Futures, or by just clicking on here on my Infinity Futures webinar blog, which I have posted all 3 of those videos for you in creating a solid trading plan in hopes of being a successful trader in the end. Takes a long time to get there. All right, guys, I believe we've covered it all. In case I haven't, I'm sure I'll post it out there in the social media markets. And until then, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good night, and good trading to you.